upon a time, there was a sixth grade girl who wanted to see how many Taco Bell tacos she could eat for dinner. Six Taco Bell tacos was how many tacos this sixth grade girl could eat. You see, this girl was often fueled with anxiety, was people pleaser, and so naturally wanted everybody to like her, and often turned to food for comfort. Now, this girl also had Jewish heritage in her blood, and so naturally food equaled love. Well, fast forward, and this girl was a high schooler. Then she turned to restricting and seeing how little she could eat each day, to see how she could control her food intake and could control how her body looked, and to see if anybody would notice. This girl soon went to college, grad school, became a professional therapist. Yes, therapist. Got married, had kids, and was still feeling trapped when it came to eating her feelings. Well, hey everybody, I am Jackie Glass, and if you haven't guessed by now, this is my story. And I'm thrilled to be a part of this Empowering Women event today. How cool is it that we could gather together and really learn from each other to be the best women we were all created to be? I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but I'm thrilled to be able to be with you and to talk a little bit about my title called Eat Your Feelings. So buckle up, we are gonna have some fun today. So here we go. Eat your feelings. Did I grab anyone's attention when I said that? Right? Because the truth is that many of us women eat our feelings as a way to deal with life's challenges. And what I've found is it's often the hidden thing that diffuses our power instead of leaving us feeling empowered. Now, today's event is all about empowering, even when it comes to our feelings. And how many of us women have felt trapped instead of free when it comes to eating and emotions. Well, I shared a little bit of my story. I'm a licensed clinical professional therapist. I'm an emotional eater. I was a frustrated gym rat who was clueless about her nutrition and did not know how to be free when it came to my eating, how to be free when it came to really loving my body. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about what I am learning and how we can link arms and feel more empowered as women. So why do we do this? Why do we eat our feelings? Well, just look around. This made me laugh. Some of these things that we have here, right? Stress is dessert spelled backwards. I'm eating my feelings and they taste delicious. Ben and Jerry's, eat away your feelings, and the oh so lovely pizza, I am here for you. We don't need a lot of help to convince ourselves that food is going to take away all our problems. This is what's fascinating though. If you think about how our brain responds, our brains are meant to desire food and to not want to feel pain. So you know what sugar does? Sugar stimulates a release of serotonin. That serotonin, it boosts our mood, it makes us feel better, it masks the pain and anger and frustration and stress. But guess what happens, right? It's only a temporary fix before we want it again and again and again. And the sugar addiction kicks in, and the guilt and the shame and the trapped and overeating feelings happen. So this is a picture of my youngest daughter, Audrey. She's 13 months old. And if you took a picture of my house at about 4 p.m. every afternoon, this is what you would see. Audrey sitting here having a hard time, not her finest time of the day. And I think it's almost like babies are born with a job description that every time of the day at 4 p.m., you just have a major meltdown. And so if you actually zoomed out of this picture too, you'd also see that my house looked like a bomb exploded, and it would just be a disaster with me trying to get ready for dinner and cleaning up, and toys everywhere. My oldest daughter comes in from the bus, and she has homework out. She has a friend. She's starving. I have a 4-year-old daughter who's extroverted and just wants to play all day long. So she needs me. And my little baby is just up from her nap, wants to be held, and is not having a good time. And if there's ever a time in the day that I want to eat my feelings, it's from those hours of about 4 to 6 p.m. It's stressful. It's hard. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I want you to stop for a minute and just jot down, what is your hardest time of day that you want to eat your feelings? This is a cool test to find out if in those moments you are physically hungry or if you are emotionally hungry, and how to tell the difference. So think of the word halt. So if you're feeling hungry in those moments and you want to determine if you're physically hungry or if you're emotionally hungry, you'd ask yourself, are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Or are you tired? Because what's fascinating is that all of those can actually be confused with how you actually feel hungry. Isn't that fascinating? So let's kick in here. Let's kick it in. Let's say, what are we going to do when we want to eat our feelings? 3 simple steps to help us feel empowered over trapped. First step is mindfulness. Now, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is acknowledging how you feel and accepting it in a non-judgmental way. So accepting it. So in those moments, I mean, it's kind of crazy, but sometimes out loud at 4 p.m., I am saying, I am stressed. I am stressed. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I'm not beating myself up about it, about why I can't handle it or why I didn't get dinner ready sooner or why my kids are having a hard time. It just simply is what it is. So non-judgmental way to know exactly how you are feeling. One of my favorite authors on this is Janine Roth, and her book, Women, Food, and God. She talks about the eating guidelines. And these are so helpful if you want to make sure you're mindful when you're eating. Number 1, she says, eat when you're hungry. Number 2, eat sitting down in a calm environment. This does not include the car. Number 3, eat without distractions. Radio, television, newspaper, books, intense or anxiety-producing conversations or music. Number 4, eat what your body wants. Number 5, eat until you are satisfied. Number 6, eat without the intention of with the intention of being in full view of others. Number 7, eat with enjoyment, gusto, and pleasure. Which one of these is your hardest to do when you're eating? Mine is the calm environment. I have to watch myself that I'm often standing up when I'm eating. If I'm standing up when I'm eating, that is never a good sign for me. So step number 1 is mindfulness. Number 2, how to not eat your feelings. Number 2 is preparation. I love this quote. He who fails to plan is planning to fail. If we don't plan out, especially around our food and our eating, we are planning to fail. It's not if they will happen, but when we will then start to eat our feelings. So 3 times that I feel like are so important that we have prepared out. Number 1 is grocery shopping. Always use a list and never go hungry to the store. Shop off of a list, plan it out, and stick to it. Some little trick that I do before I actually pay is before I get in the grocery line to pay, I will look in my cart and say, is there more processed food in here or whole foods that are in here? And I just kind of do a double check and look in the cart. and it keeps me accountable for how I'm preparing for my food. Night before. Now, this is so key because it's the night before when you're thinking about lunch for the next day, you're thinking about breakfast for the next day, dinner for the next day, packing lunches for the next day. That night before time to think through, what does tomorrow look like for me? What am I going to eat? Because chances are, if you wait till the afternoon, if you wait till the middle of the workday, what are you going to do? You're going to grab this burger and fries because you're craving it, you're tired, you're probably angry, you're stressed, and that's what your body is naturally going to want to crave. Also, for night before, if you have stuff in your house, the night before is the best time to throw out the junk. At nighttime, we're often the most regretful of what we've eaten or what we've done, and we say, no more. We're not going to eat those cookies again. No more Oreos. No more ice cream. That's going in the trash tonight. Because if you wait till tomorrow, if I wait till tomorrow at 4 p.m. when my baby is crying, chances are those Oreos are going down into my stomach. So the night before is a key time to prepare for the next day. The third time is, I call it the moment of temptation. So prepare for that. I cannot stress this enough. Your house needs to be a safe zone for you when it comes to food. It's not about willpower, it's about why power. Don't load your house with junk and then expect that the strong gust of willpower will stop you from eating it. Be the gatekeeper of your house so that what you have in it is safe, so that in the moment of temptation, you are prepared. Something I like to do, I still eat chocolate every single day. I have some dark chocolate bars in the freezer. So I can't eat a lot because I'll break my teeth. And it's safe, and it gives me a little sweet tooth. It's still good for me. And so I keep dark chocolate in the freezer. Or I make these power balls, these chocolate power energy balls, and I keep them in the freezer. So in that moment of temptation, I have something to go to. I'm not going to eat my feelings away. I've already prepared for it. So think about it. What could you do in order to prepare when it comes to grocery shopping the night before and in the moment of temptation so that you do not eat your feelings? First step is mindfulness. Second step is preparation. Third and final step is find a health system that works for you. So let me tell you a little bit more about my story. I was that frustrated gym rat who was clueless about my nutrition. I was a therapist working in private practice, sitting across the couch from people, helping them, working nights, and was so frustrated with where my own health was, where my own anxiety was. And what I discovered was I needed a system that worked. I needed real doable exercise that I could fit in as a busy working mom. I needed real nutritional food, and I needed real supportive people. And that was the health system that worked for me. The first picture, I just took this picture last week. Like I said, my baby is 13 months old. I'm down 39 pounds and many inches post having my baby. And it was through doing this program. And I needed real nutritional food that, I don't have the ability to cook a lot. I don't have the ability to shop a lot. I'm just like you guys. I'm very real when it comes to my limitations of time and energy and finances. And part of what we do, I run these challenge groups where we post sweaty pictures and we keep each other accountable for our exercise and our nutrition. And we post in there for support. I post mental health tips that are all in there as well. And I posted this picture of my lunch the other day, and it cracked me up because I actually thought of Skittles. And I thought, Skittles' slogan is to taste the rainbow. And this is the actual rainbow that helps my body feel good and helps me to have energy and really be able to focus and to improve my digestion and to feel good. I never knew what it was like to feel good and to actually have nutritional food all in my body. The third step was real supportive people. What we do is we connect via social media. So people from all over the place can, no matter what their schedule is or where they live, we can connect and support and cheer each other on. There are days where I post in there, the candy jar won out. I didn't make it through my 4 to 6 p.m. stressful time. And then there's other times we're posting recipes, we're posting ideas, and that these people understand and are so supportive. Finally, I had found a system that helped me to feel free instead of to feel trapped. I wasn't wasting my time on a treadmill in a gym and then wasting my time and wasting what I thought would help me. It was a total body program that would actually work. And this is what is crazy is as I started getting healthy, people wanted to know, what are you doing? Because all of us are hungry to find a health system that works. And so I started dreaming and started praying and started realizing, you know what? I wonder if I left private practice and just focused on helping people from the outside in, if I could really continue to help people. And so that's how Rock Solid was birthed. And I actually left private practice, and now I just do this, where I help people with their exercise and nutrition and support, and then I'm able to fuel my therapy mental health skills underneath it as we talk about things just like this, about eating your feelings and how to deal with some of the emotional stuff that gets in the way, specifically when it comes to leaving women feel more empowered. I found an incredible system that I partner with, which is Beachbody. Maybe you've heard of them. They have Insanity and P90X and Shakeology and T25 and 21 Day Fix. And what I love about it is their system works. And then with the help of my team and my company, we can come alongside people and truly see transformation. I love what I do, and I love that I am a part of it myself, and I keep myself accountable to not being that trapped girl that I used to be. So as we wrap up here, I want to say this. The best project you'll ever work on is you. As women, it is so crucial that we know a health system that works for us, that we have control of our eating and our moods and our attitudes and our energy. We were meant to be empowered. And so this is what I want to do. It has been so freeing for me to have a system that works, and I really want to continue to help empower other women to do it. I am going to be starting a free 5-day eating an ab challenge. Totally free. It's going to be so fun. We're going to have a meal plan to follow, and I'll post daily ab exercises for us to do. There'll be support and accountability and recipes and tips, and it'll just be great. If you are looking for a jump start for your health, I would love for you to contact us. You can email me at therocksolidlife@gmail.com and put in the subject title Eating an Abs, so I make sure that I introduce myself to you and we get connected. Also look for me on Facebook, jackie.w.glass, and I'd love to connect with you there. Like I said, I have left practice to be able to do this, to continue to help empower women to feel healthy with their bodies, to love their bodies, and to gain control of not having to eat your feelings. So this is what I want to say as we wrap up here. I am so thrilled that you were able to join me today. Thanks for bearing with me as I wasn't able to be there in person. And this is what I want to leave you with. Food is fuel. And women, we are meant to feel empowered. I look forward to connecting with you on Facebook and via email. Thanks, everybody. Cheers to a great rest of the event.